Gonna be a good intro, bro. Lights, camera, action. What's up, my brother? How we doing today?
Hey man, doing good, doing good. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling wonderful, bro. I can't complain.
Another day, another dollar, man. That's it.
Another day, another dollar, another life around the globe. It's a
Un-
beautiful day to be around.
Universally thinking. That's
You
where
know
we
what I'm
at.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Another day around the
Globally.
sun.
Yeah, another day around the sun.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
know about another day around the sun though. You know
Why
what I'm
not?
saying?
Because the sun is different.
Yeah.
'Cause we don't go around the sun.
Yeah, bro.
We about to get into some conspiracies today, guys.
You know what I'm saying? Orbiting around the sun. That's a year, right?
Most definitely. Yeah, we haven't been around the sun.
We haven't been around the sun quite yet. You know what I'm saying? We don't made it to sunset and sunrise. You
Most
know.
def. That's true.
You
Hey,
know what
well,
I'm saying?
guys, thank you for showing up or joining us this studio.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for showing up. Yo, put us in this episode, man. Go ahead, introduce us today, bro.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to the Level Up, man. I am your host, Nakosa King.
And I am your host, Mikhail Kabete.
And yeah, man, we're going to have us a free-flowing conversation today. Mikhail, tell them what we're going to be talking about, man. You know, since
Man.
you picked the topic on today, man, I'm going to just, follow your lead today. You know, you want to talk
Try to
about
put me on the
femininity and
spot.
masculinity and stuff like that, but we're going to tap into that.
Yeah, we're gonna tap in with a lot of onto a lot of topics today, man. We just wanted to have a great conversation and kind of just honestly, these are type of conversations we always have anyway when we're together. High level conversations and just depicting and talking about current society issues and relationships and whether it's like you said, toxic femininity or masculinity, as they say these days. So
We got a
uh,
name for everything, I'll tell you.
yeah, most definitely. There's a
A
term
word
for
for everything,
everything.
man.
But hey, thank you for joining us. I hope you guys enjoy the show. We're gonna get right into it, man. So, my brother Kosi,
Talk to me, don't lie to me.
don't talk to me. Talk to me. Don't lie to me. This man got a quote for everything. How is it dating women in Atlanta these days, man?
Man, that's a pretty broad question, man. I'm not actually doing much dating in the city of Atlanta right now, man, because I'm really, focused on leveling up,
Mm-hmm.
but it's plenty of women out here, man.
Right.
One have to, really be locked into, not necessarily let that, stray them away from what it is that they're trying to do.
Right.
But for me, man, like I said, I think on the last show, I am looking forward to getting married. You know what I'm saying? At some point,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe in the next 5 years or so. But I got to find the right partner. You know,
Now, you
um,
always said you wanted 10 kids, so you got to get started early, brother.
man,
You
listen,
got a
man,
lot of work you're gonna be putting in.
my parents had me in their 40s, man. So I'm only 25. So I got a couple of years. I'm gonna start at 30 for sure.
Most definitely,
So
man.
I'm gonna have. I'm planning on. I'm planning on having a child every year. Just putting them out there.
I hope she's ready, bro. She better be doing squats and
Oh yeah, man.
I,
Once I put that last episode out there was a couple of women hit
oh
me up
yeah,
talking about,
that's
man,
what's
yeah, I
going
want to have a
on.
lot of kids too.
Oh, since you said that, right? You put
Yeah,
yourself
man.
out there, now you getting hit up.
Yeah, man. We already know, man. I said on the last episode, what you put into the universe, that's what you get back in
That's very
return.
true.
So,
Talking about what you put into the universe is what you get back, man.
but no, man. I haven't been doing a lot of dating in Atlanta, man. I just feel like, not to kind of dismiss the women in Atlanta, but man, it's a lot of superficial stuff going on here in Atlanta, man. Not a lot of reality going on, and I don't want
Yeah,
any part of that.
yeah.
Kind of like I said, I'm focused on myself right now, man.
What do you
But I do
mean?
see it, and I understand it. I know what other men deal with as it relates to women.
Right.
From what I see, can't trust these women, man. There's some good
It's-
women out there,
some
though. I
good women.
definitely,
It's
yeah, some
rare to
good women.
find.
It's rare to find, though.
But what do you think is polluting our environment right now, man? What is the thing that you feel like is demoralizing our society right now?
Negative influence,
Hmm.
especially social media. A lot of the stuff that we see on social media, it tends to have a negative effect
Right.
on what we think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some of it is not reality.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You know,
Mm.
what do you think? Let me phrase that question over to you.
Definitely, of course, there's a lot of factors that play into it. Um, One being, of course, just systematic oppression, man. I think that especially in our society. As far as like, let me just specify, in the black community, right? African American, black, melanated folks in our community, man, we're heavily attacked, and of course, systematically, we've been divided, and this has been happening since, you know, the civil movement. You know what I mean? Like the civil era, like uh, since the black household was strong, and they knew that to break down or to break apart a black man and a black woman was, a strategic thing that they did in a sense, because as a black household, man, like the number one thing that keeps black communities thriving is the black family, right? It's
That
the family
unity.
structure, it's that unity. So if they could divide and conquer in a household, then they've already, pretty much demolished the foundation that we could build on. So, I feel like since that's been the major play, of course, everything has been on top of that, like just been added on, right? Whether it's like through music, right? Because we know the people working behind even entertainment, stuff we watch, right? Stuff we are entertained by, we consume. Our music is demoralizing for the most part, right? Of course, you got gangster rap, you got music that's uh, pretty much sexualized. Like, we talk in regards to our women like in a different type of way, right? And
Call
it's
them bitches and
all
hoes
right.
and,
We
and
call them,
within them.
you know what I'm saying? And so when you think about like us growing up, we without knowing, our subconscious has been actually taking in all this information, and it does affect how we treat each other, how we look at each other, and how we operate in society and our values. You know what I mean? Like we have strayed away from our godly morals, from what keeps the family together, what keeps a strong society together, like its morals, values. We got to have structure, man. But it's a lot deeper than what's on the surface. And then, of course, things like social media are the tools that are being used uh, as a divisive mechanism to divide people, and that's where we're at right now, man. Of course, the younger women right now, man, like it's getting ratchet and ratchet. You know what I'm saying? It's getting more ridiculous, and even it's sad to see grown women follow
Yeah, and
follow
it's
that.
and you know what, man, I feel like it's more so more of the younger women,
Hmm.
that me personally I have those issues with because I feel like they don't know themselves. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Like when it comes to older women, they have a little bit more guidance and
Hmm.
understanding because they don't went through life
Right.
and lack of a better words, of
Right.
course. But let me rephrase that back to you, man. How's the dating going in Atlanta?
You said, hold up.
Yeah,
Let
bro.
me
How's the
put you on the
dating?
spot real
Yeah, how's
quick.
the dating going in Atlanta?
The dating in Atlanta, bro. Honestly, I wouldn't say I've been dating, as of lately, especially. But of course, I've done my little round of dating in Atlanta since I moved here 3 years ago. But I was in a relationship when I first moved here, at the time, and that didn't really work out. Um, I feel like the environment played a lot of things into it as well. Just Atlanta is a party city. As much as I love the Black Mecca, man, and I love that black people are thriving in this city. There's a lot of people that are successful. It's inspiring, right, to see that. And essentially, that's what I moved here for. But I didn't know all the other stuff that came along with it, like, you know what I mean?
No, I agree. I
Right,
agree. I remember when I first moved here, man.
right,
Back in Mississippi, you don't have as many resources, especially any resource, but specifically women.
right,
You don't have it nearby as
right.
many women. When I first moved here, man, I was like, got down here with my cousin or whatnot, and I think he took me to some club. I think the club is closed now. I think it was called
Oak, yeah, 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 yeah.
Oak,
Oak.
Atlanta, man. I
It was
remember
like
when,
downtown. It wasn't too far away from where we used to work at.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, man, we went in that club, boy. I'm talking about, man. I thought I was in Vegas.
Right.
And I looked at my cousin, man. I said, "Listen, bro, I ain't never going home."
You came here during the pandemic too, right?
Yeah, I came down here during the pandemic, and they Atlanta was still alive, technically
Right.
speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, man, it's so many options here. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to really choose, especially for me. I'm a lot younger than you are.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't say a lot, just a little bit.
a little bit. I mean, you can shape that any way you want to do it, but I'm talking reality.
Try to play me.
But yeah, man. And don't get me wrong, man, because I didn't know any better.
Right.
It was a distraction for me as well. I had
Yeah.
so many options to choose from.
Right.
And, I almost got caught up, in that life, of course, just
Yeah.
dealing with multiple women, but I didn't.
Right.
And I had to really focus on myself and what I was trying to accomplish because, man, women can be a distraction. I've saw with my own eyes
Right.
it be a distraction to other men. Of course, I won't speak
Most
on
that.
specifically who it was a distraction to, but
Yeah.
I'm not one of those.
This man's silly, bro. Can't stand you, bro. Oh man. I hope y'all loving this right here. Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. But no, man, it's good, man. I just feel like I said, there's a lot of superficial stuff going on, man. A
Yeah.
lot of women here, man, they don't live by reality. Like, don't really have their goals aligned. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like finances, like, bro, I don't saw some weird stuff
Yeah.
like women out here will buy $1,000 purse and don't have a car. Like, I'm like, bro, like, where are your priorities?
Yeah.
Like,
We'll have a
like how,
$1,000 purse and some designer, but don't have a place to stay.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are your morals? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so caught up in the material stuff, but don't really have any real goals aligned. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
And I ain't want to get caught up in that, man.
Yeah.
I'm a principled guy, man. I come from Mississippi. Most people from Mississippi like have principles in which they go
Mhm.
by. We do
Mhm.
stuff the old fashioned way.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man,
No, I feel that most definitely, bro. And there's a lot of distraction if you allow yourself to.
it's fast too.
Yeah, if you give into it, man, you could get distracted, and it's fun. I mean, it's a fun city. There's a lot of partying, a lot of beautiful women, a lot of great things going on, and so if you're not really intentional about how you spend your time, how you spend your finances, and not intentional about what you're doing out here, man, you could easily, just fall into the trap in a sense, right?
Easy. And so let me ask you this, man. I know you want to get married soon as well, because we
Hmm.
don't have discussions about it.
Yeah.
Off the camera, of course. What does it mean for you to be a good husband? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I know you in the next few years you looking to get married.
Yeah.
I don't know if you necessarily found someone yet. You know, but what is it? What is it? What does that look like for you? As far as being a great husband to your significant other.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I've always wanted to have a family. I've always wanted to get married. In fact, I thought that I would be married by now, to be honest with you. With the younger me, if you asked me that when I was, in my maybe like teen years, when we used to be like, oh, in the future I'm gonna be like, I thought by now I would have settled down.
Yeah.
But for one, I mean, how do I guess perceive that? I mean, you know what I found myself in situations is understanding that of course I've been trying to find the right woman in my life and settle down, but I don't think necessarily the want and me being ready was like coinciding in a sense, because even though I thought I was ready, as I was outside and I was dating and I was meeting women, I realized, man, I have a lot of things to work on personally. Um, and getting married and having children is not just, I know some people just get into it, but it's a heavy responsibility, man, and it's not something that you should take lightly, right? Because once you're married, once you have a family, you can't just be, what I mean, like you can't be irresponsible. You can't be out here like you gotta really put your foot down and really like commit to that situation. And so I realized that uh, I was still figuring out who I was, and
You didn't know yourself.
I mean, yeah, I would say that I thought I knew who I was, to be honest.
Well, I mean, knowing yourself is progressional.
Yeah, it's progressional, and I just realized there was a lot of immaturity in me in terms of just settling down, man. And I guess God has been working on me. I've been working on it. I feel like I am getting in that season in that space in life where I'm finally understanding or at least grasping
What that means.
what that means, and what it comes with it, and of course, at the same time, I'm finally in a place where I'm realizing, man, the value, because sometimes it's the fear of missing out too, the fear of missing out of like I settled
FOMO.
down, yeah, FOMO. You like I settled down, I lock in with this person, and then you still got all this other stuff going on outside, but it's like finding a woman that understands you is a critical part as well, man, and you guys can balance each other out. And honestly, man, I done been through some toxic relationships, and I feel like it definitely for the longest I neglected it. Like you brush it off, we men, oh shoot, whatever, you know, on to the next one, right? But I didn't realize how much it had affected me in terms of my psychology and my perception of women, relationships, and also my fear of commitment. Of like trust was a big thing, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had a few women in my life that have really
Broke your heart.
broke my heart for sure, bro. I definitely have gotten my heart broken. I could count at least um about, I would say honestly, about 2 to 3 women in my life that that have definitely broken my heart. And when men we
I
get
can't
a
say I necessarily really got my heart broken before, bro.
yeah.
Not in that aspect, I guess. Not as relates
Yeah,
to relationships.
yeah, cause I love hard, bro,
Yeah.
and I be
I
trying
mean,
to get
I
wifed
mean,
up.
at the time when the women that I was dealing with, I definitely loved them. I felt, I felt like it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But to
Yeah,
say I necessarily got my heart broke,
yeah, no, I did for
yeah,
sure
you
because
was loving pretty hard.
I was loving pretty hard, bro, and for me, like, when I trust someone, bro, and I commit, when I'm in a relationship, I'm really committed. Once I get into it, I'm in it, um, for the most part.
What's your zodiac, bro? I know I'm not real big on
Yeah,
astrology and stuff
I'm a
like that.
Sagittarius.
Okay.
They say I'm a cusp. Apparently, I'm a Sagittarius Capricorn,
Yeah.
but
When I tell people that I'm a Scorpio, they kind of look at me funny.
yeah,
I don't know what that necessarily means and
what
why
they
they
think?
do
What they
that,
think about you,
but I guess I'm assuming that people had, you know, bad relationships with
with
Scorpios.
Scorpios?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go ahead, bro. I ain't gonna
Scorpios. I mean,
interrupt
we
your
could pull up
wisdom.
what's a male Scorpio characteristic, as they say.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's find out. What is it about you that they scared about, man? Male
But no, for
Scorpios.
real, bro. I never really, got my heart broke before. I mean, last time I had a girlfriend was in college, bro.
And how did that go, man?
Yeah, it was good, bro. I really enjoyed it, but our goals didn't necessarily align, you know.
Let's see, bro. So the more common male Scorpio characteristics include quiet and secretive, deeply emotional. Look at it. He's like, that boy said, "Hold on." Yeah, it
Yeah.
said intuitive and psychic, possessive and controlling.
Now that may be true.
That may be true. Suspicious and investigative,
That may be true.
unable to forgive.
Hey, bro, snip, snip.
Snip, snip. Get one chance
You
for
get
me.
one chance, baby. One chance. You better use it wisely.
Passionate and intense,
I'm passionate and intense, boy. I'm passionate
hmm
about everything that I do.
confident and competitive.
Definitely confident, competitive by nature.
Yeah,
You know,
I could definitely, to be honest, as someone that's known you for quite some time now,
yeah,
I could say a lot of this is definitely true.
yeah, man. Except the first part.
Except the deeply emotional.
Yeah, deeply
I think
emotional.
I think to be honest with you, man, we as men have a misconception of what, because women being emotional and men being emotional is two different things. You know what I mean? Because men have emotions too, but it's just how we deal with it is different. And I think that that word emotional triggers a lot of men, and the reason being is because we look at it like a feminine characteristic, and it's like, no, I'm not emotional. But the truth is, we
You have
all
some
have
type of
emotions.
emotion to
Yeah,
something, right?
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But we just
The
deal
word
with it
love is a
differently.
is a is a term of emotion.
All right.
Yeah. The word hate or dislike,
Dislike is
that's
in
an
terms of
emotion.
emotion,
Yeah.
and you feel it, you internalize it. You just don't express it as women
I
do.
don't address it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might not deal with it like a woman does. A woman gonna cry about it, go tell her friends, do all this extra
Being
stuff.
nonchalant is a form of an emotion.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I had a lot of women tell me like, "Man, you so nonchalant."
Right.
I'm like, bro,
You feel some type of way, but
yeah,
you just express it differently. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And when I say I got my heart broken, that's part of like me being totally transparent as a man. It's like I got let down, bro. Like I got like for me it was like
When you got your heart broken, was it
I've had friends, male friends that I considered my brothers break my heart in a sense I could say. You know what I mean? Because I don't think getting your heart broken is necessarily like a romantic relationship situation only. It could be in life. You know what I mean? You know, you could lose a loved one and your heart can be broken. You know what I'm saying? And it's I think for me it was like betrayal. Like when I've truly like entrusted someone and I was totally loyal to this person and believed in everything they said, but then they showed me otherwise and I found out and the way I found out certain things, bro, it was just so disappointing.
so? Let me ask you this: when you get betrayed by a brother or a close friend, do you tend to still kick it with them, or you like, nah, bro, snip, snip?
Oh no, snip snip. I can't do it. Cause
That's how
once
I
I
am, bro. Like I had a friend that I feel like betrayed me. I ain't gonna go into too much detail.
yeah,
Um, Shoot, man, he used to hang around my ex.
right.
After we broke up. I don't know if it's me, but it's like, bro, like you wasn't cool with her until
We broke up.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So why y'all kicking it so much?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I could never be friends with somebody like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I definitely forgave him for it,
Yeah.
but it's like I still remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, you
Like
can't.
I'm at peace with it, but it's like nah, bro.
It wouldn't be wise.
Because it's like, bro, anything else we do in life, you would do that
Yeah.
same day. It just may be in a different way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
mean, it wouldn't be wise.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there are certain things. I think certain character flaws that are just you could forgive someone because forgiveness is not necessarily even for that person. Honestly, it's for you
Yeah.
because you holding that and harboring that like that whatever hate or resentment is really hurting you like internally. You know what I mean? So when you forgive people, it's really to release for your own sake because that person is living their lives and you're over here harboring some type of hate and resentment and dealing with that. And it's like, you know what, bro? At the end of the day, life. What do we always say?
Oh, nothing in life happened to you; it happened for you.
It happens for you, bro. So it's like that person, God is showing you that it wasn't meant for them to be in your life in your journey, you know.
Yeah.
And some people, I mean, hey, to each his own. Some people may forgive and still forget and be able to kick it with folks. I can't fake it like that, man. And even women that I've dealt with, like
They
my
say keep
last
they say
ex,
they say keep your friends close, but your
the
enemies close
enemy's
at the same
closer.
time. But it's like hell no.
Hell nah, you know, I can't. I mean, what's the point? Like,
Yeah, I monitor my enemies
yeah,
though.
yeah, like I mean,
But I don't want to keep them closer. I guess I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm
But because it's for me, it's like man, once you recognize that a snake is there, you have knowledge of that snake being there.
right,
It's like I know the nature of this snake already. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like I don't have the need to have them around me or in my
Yeah,
proximity. You feel what I'm
I
saying?
think that saying I feel like applies to like some war, like it doesn't. I
That's some
feel
48
yeah,
laws of power type stuff,
it
right?
doesn't apply like in relationships like
I
brothers and
mean,
because when you think
it
about it,
could though.
what it could if you have like a different type of like situation maybe,
Yeah.
but I feel like it applies in a sense of like when you think about countries and leaders and like in that sense, I think about it in that way when I think about that quote because you know I could be a let's say you know a king of one whatever president of some country when this thing came out right and you had an opponent but you knew that this person had you know different alternative like or motives right and you just kept them close because for whatever reason you had different plans on how you was going to conquer certain situations. I guess in the same sense, depending on what
I
you're
feel like that's the case, but it's just on a much lower
on a
level. You know what I'm
level.
saying? Because once you start thinking about hierarchies, like I even talking about like I was talking to a friend girl of mine. I'm like, bro, like we all operating on certain laws. You feel what I'm saying? Whether
Right.
it's hate, love, whatever it is. But I'm saying we operate on laws. We know for example, like we driving a car.
Hmm.
You know, shit. If you don't stop at that red light, you're gonna be in some trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But okay, we who put those laws in place?
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So we know the United States government put that in place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think y'all have red lights over there in Ethiopia. You was telling me, or maybe that was someone else that was telling me.
Red light? What you mean? Like street lights?
Yeah, I think somebody else was telling me, some other African brother that was telling me, like, bro,
we
I
definitely
think
have some red lights.
it was another friend of mine. I can't really remember his name, Noah.
Yeah.
Anyways, but we know to stop at this red light.
Mhm.
And who put those laws that we operate on to stop at that red light?
Yeah, I
The
mean,
government.
yeah.
But who does the government answer to? You feel what I'm saying? Like it's
Mhm.
the same thing, literally, all the way down. You feel what I'm saying? It's the psychology behind everything that we do. Like what we doing now. Somebody don't really like what we doing. Somebody is envy of us because
Right.
we're doing what we doing. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that was my statement on that.
No, but and I totally understand what you're saying. But yeah, like in terms of keeping your enemies close, I feel like when it comes to friendship, you know what I mean? Close friendship,
Yeah,
unless it's business,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And I could be strategically playing chess.
yeah,
But in terms of friendship, bro, for certain reasons, you might play it off just so you could figure out certain situations. But once I've discovered that you've betrayed me, bro,
yeah.
I can't have that around me because now I gotta continuously look over my bag, continuously like I don't want none of that, bro. Like for me, it's like move on, life goes on,
Mhm.
and I keep my real ones close,
Yeah.
and I kick the fake ones that occurred.
You ever read The Secret?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
and I watched the video. Yeah,
what you put out into the universe, that what you get back in
right.
return. If you do stuff from a state of fear, that's what come into your life.
Hmm.
I feel like you know it's tough it may be to realize that what you put out into the universe, that's what you get back in return, and to say that I only focus on the people who mean and do me good. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
don't focus on the people who don't do me any good. You feel what I'm saying? But
Right.
how do you actualize like that being true? You feel what I'm saying? For you,
Like, how do you know
how,
people are being good to you?
yeah,
Or
how do you not focus on the people that don't do you any good? You feel what I'm saying?
um,
In actuality,
in actuality, because
because I
I
mean, of
just
course, those people out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tend to be so caught up in all the good stuff that's going around, but you so blinded to the fact. One may say is blinded. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
To the people who don't do you any good.
I don't think so much of being blinded because being aware is
Yeah,
a big part of like you gotta have if you have intuition, you develop that intuition,
yeah,
you're gonna be aware of who's who and who's moving funny with you and
yeah.
who's moving accordingly, you know? But I'm not gonna put my energy towards the people that are moving funny. Like that's who you are, cool. I'm gonna keep you at a distance. I might not even tell you that I'm saying that I know with this and that third because sometimes, bro.
I'll tell you how I handle it. I'm
Hmm.
protected by God. But
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead. I ain't want to interrupt your wisdom.
Yeah, man. No, for sure. I mean, God is for me, bro.
Yeah,
And if God is for me, who could be against me, bro? That's definitely a mantra and a scripture I live by. But I just don't focus on people who have no good intentions towards me. I'm aware, you know what I'm saying? I definitely see everything, I'm observing. But they necessarily, sometimes people don't even think that you're as smart that you are, you intuitive as you are, you know what I mean? And it's funny because a lot of people that I caught betraying me in life, they probably thought the same way. But my intuition, bro, like God speaks to you. You know that spirit, you can feel it, bro. When things are wrong around you, you feel the energy. You see things, you see certain things, and you depict that, and that's how I've been able to figure out who's for me, who's not, and then characters, but their actions speak louder than their words, So,
right.
but long story short, man, yeah, like heartbreak is real, definitely, and I think that men and women both deal with trust issues. That's another reason why our society is so messed up right now. It's because the level of like trust is not there, man. It's we live in a recycle your relationships, friendships, society where I don't think we value um relationships as maybe our parents and our grandparents did, man. And it's like,
All right. Well, let me ask you this question, man. Like I said, I know you planning on getting married in the next
yeah.
couple of years here, man. Planning on going back home
Yes,
to
to
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, man.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe find you a queen. You know,
Amen.
you a king. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying? What are some of the characteristics that
uh,
that woman must have in order for you to say, "Hey, man," or get down on one knee? I'm gonna marry you.
that's a great question, my brother. Well, I'll start by saying this, man. The first characteristic that I look for in a woman is God fearing. She has to be spiritually like
Aligned.
aligned, man, because um, even just with us, right? Like the reason why we're so close, bro, and like we're brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's not just because we look alike and people tell us that, but but it's truly because spiritually, bro, we are aligned. You know what I'm saying? We know our purpose. When it comes to that, we might still be growing and progressing in the knowing and of self, but it's like we do know at least what we're here for. You know, and when you have a fear, when you have the fear of God, when you have um, that type of belief in life, I believe that.
Man, when you have that fear of God, man, there's no fear of anything on this earth, honestly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, God is the knower of all
Yeah.
things. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying? But
Right.
yeah, didn't want to interrupt your
But
wisdom.
no, no, no. You're good. I like when you say I don't interrupt the wisdom. It's a good saying. Um, but no, seriously, man. She has to be spiritual aligned because I can trust a woman that's spiritually aligned because her values, her morals. Um, I know that she's coming from a good place. You know what I mean? But outside of her being, of course, a believer, things that I look for in a woman, for one, I just look at a woman that's nurturing. You know what I mean? Like, is she nurturing, caring, selfless? You know, or is she prideful, selfish? You know, certain things, right? So I like a nurturing woman. I like a woman that's uh, to an extent like selfless. You know what I mean? And cares for the people around her, cares for her family, cares for her friends, cares about herself as well, right? Um, that's I wouldn't call it selfish, but it's just like showing love and how she expresses love. Um, Definitely a woman that um, can complement my hustle, my grind, my ambition. Someone that's gonna keep me accountable. Um, that I can mentally be stimulated by. You know, like intellect is a big thing.
Man, that's huge, boy.
Right. Like I can't just be talking to the wall, bro. Like I need someone that could go deep with me. And you know what type of conversations I love to have. You know what I'm saying? You know the levels of like
I
uh,
know, bro, because I like to think past the moon, the stars, and the sun as well,
right.
bro. Like, so I need you to be there with me. I
You
need you
know?
to stimulate me.
Right.
I dig that.
A smart woman, intellectual, spiritually woke woman is something that it's a beautiful thing, man. When a woman can have those kind of conversations with you and teach you something, because you know, as a man, you usually are the one teaching the woman a lot of things, right?
I tell you, the woman is the most powerful asset a man can have, honestly,
Hmm.
bro, because she see things that you can't see. It's like having a extra set of eyes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If she utilize them correctly, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Because I feel like two is always better than one. You know what I'm
Most
saying? There's power
definitely.
within unity.
Most
Um,
definitely,
yeah,
man.
yeah. You got anything else before I start going
Anything
on a
else
rant?
would be just like um of course every other thing that every man would want, man. It's just loyalty, you know, it's someone I could trust fully, you know, and just really carries those values like
Yeah.
you know, and she respects herself and carries herself how she carries herself, you know, like is she a lady, is she a queen, or is she just for everybody, you know? It's slow. I mean,
Like, bro, I really dislike when women are like on the ground shaking their booties and shit. I'm like, bro, you trying to talk to me like this is
right.
what you
I
trying to
can't
do?
take you
I
serious.
can't take you serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way you portray yourself in the universe, that's what you're gonna get back in return from me.
Right.
Like, you can't be out here having hoish ways and expect me to treat you like a queen.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's the energy that you put out into me. Like, you can't be out here living this rock star lifestyle. It's
Right.
okay if you do it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But don't
Right.
show the world that's the way you live. And you feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Because at the end of the day, you're an extension of me. You feel what I'm saying?
You
Like,
represent me.
yeah, you represent me, you represent us,
Right.
honestly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you out there, like you with me, like people know you. Hey, this is Nikosi's girl, and it's
Right.
like the type of woman that I have says a lot about me. You
Exactly.
feel what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
nah, I can't have that. But for me, man, as far
Yeah.
as the type of woman that I want to have, yeah, much like what you're saying, she definitely had to be spiritually aligned, God
Right.
aligned.
Right.
And man, I can say, man, my mom has taught me a lot of what a woman should be like. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Shout out to my mom down there in
Shout out to
Mississippi,
moms,
man.
man.
That's a real queen right there. But no, my mom, and of course, I want my woman to be a nurturing woman.
Right.
And she got to love plants.
Yeah, she gotta love
Because
plants.
if a woman able to take care of her plants, man, this tells me that she can take care of other stuff that's around her.
Yeah, she's
Uh,
nurturing.
my mom gave me a plant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how she can tell that I'm doing all right, whether I'm nurturing my plants or not. If I'm being organized, if I'm being efficient.
Yeah.
Um, I remember one time she was like, "How that plant doing?" You know what I'm saying? That was
Yeah.
kind of an indicator to her
Right.
that I was being on point. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? With not
Right.
just my plants, but other stuff around me.
Yeah.
But definitely, she needs to know. If she don't know how to cook, she definitely needs to know how.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a big fan of eating out a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like to know what's being put into my food. You know what I'm saying? What's
Yeah.
being put into my body.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a huge fan
It's
of.
definitely a plus, bro. When a
Yeah, you
woman can
know,
cook,
I really care about what I put in my body. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So she needs to know how to cook.
she can't be at Mickey D's grabbing fries and
Yeah, my girlfriend in high school, she used to know how to cook, bro.
yeah,
You know, she definitely did. But we didn't want to go there.
yeah. Some I mean, I feel like
Yeah,
some women can know how to cook and they still choose, you know, a nutrition that's detrimental to their like body. You know what I mean? And it's like I want you to not only cook, but I want you to be conscious about.
what you're cooking.
Yeah.
Definitely need to be hitting the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I get that, you know, some women are not at that place in their life, but it's like, okay, if we get together, you see that I'm hitting this gym. I expect you to hit that gym because, I mean, I'm going to hold you accountable to
Yeah.
be at your highest level. I expect you to do the same in return. Like,
Right.
iron sharpens iron.
Most
Like, I
definitely.
don't want to be sharpening myself and you not sharpening yourself. You feel what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I need
In my life. Yeah.
in my life.
Most definitely, man.
You know?
And I mean, so how do you let me say how do you go about finding these type of women these days, man? Like are you on Tinder or are you on are you on what
Hey,
apps are you on, brother?
hey, bro. Like I said, bro. I don't necessarily have to use none of those apps if we
Yeah,
being real. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm a firm believer if a man following his purpose, the right
run into
woman
that,
gonna
right?
come. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Women see that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm
Mhm.
continuously being as disciplined as I am, that's all they want. They want to feel safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Women love security. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if a man is not disciplined on what he say he gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Like how can you lead her properly? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. True.
And so if we being honest, man, it's a lot of women reaching out to me right now that I feel like are some great candidates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whenever I'm ready to take that step, I feel like I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Not to toot my own horn, but I'm just saying this for any man. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You can be who you feel like may be the ugliest person in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you follow in your purpose, you feel what I'm saying? Like the right woman gonna come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely, man.
You know, it ain't no app, no Tinder, no Zulu or whatever
Ain't
you
nothing gonna stop that, man. No Zulu. There's an app called Zulu. Yeah.
I don't know, shit. Whatever
uh,
Tinder, that's that
all
stuff
right.
you be using. I'm just
Nah,
like
I'm actually on no dating sites, bro. Honestly, most of uh, most of women I meet is either when I'm outside, I'm networking, or of course, you have Instagram and social media.
yeah,
But definitely, man, I think that a balance between fun and seriousness is something that I like in a woman. It's like, I want to be able to get real, serious and intimate and on that level, and then at the same time, I like to for us to sometimes just have fun and
definitely gotta
just
have me a classy woman though, bro.
yeah, it's
You
got
know
to
what I'm
be
saying? She
class.
gotta be a queen, bro. Like I don't want no
Yeah,
no ratchet stuff
I
going
think
on.
we all want that, man. I think most, I mean, for the most part,
I
men
don't know,
who
man. Some guys like that stuff, man.
yeah, that's true
But at
though.
the same time, like a lot of men don't know their worth either. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like if you don't know your worth, you'll fall for anything. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
So a lot of times, I feel like when this man don't know his worth, he submit to a lower class of woman. You feel what I'm saying?
And I feel like we deal with a lot of that actually.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of a lot of men know themselves like that, man. Like we know ourselves, but like especially when it comes, I think we fall. There's a lot of temptation. Let's just put it like that, man. And I think you know mastering self control is a big part of it. And because you have men that have queens in their lives, and then still be outside.
I mean, they might be practicing polygamy.
That's tough. Would you practice polygamy?
Shit, I ain't really got to the point where I'd have to decide whether I wanted to practice polygamy or not. You know what I'm saying? But no, I
Nah,
mean,
I mean,
I
would
just
you would you introduce a third person in your relationship?
I mean, if we came to some type of agreement, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I can't say
Yeah,
I haven't gotten there yet, but if it makes
yeah,
sense for the dynamic of my life, then, or and this other person or my significant other's life as well, if I
yeah,
have two, three, four, if it meets the needs of the dynamic of the relationship, hell yeah, I do it.
yeah,
But for me, I'm gonna be real. Like I'm not at the point where I need to be dealing with all these different minds. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I don't want to have to deal with that psychology.
yeah, yeah. I
You feel what
don't
I'm
know,
saying?
man.
Shoot.
I've always been like a one woman man, when it comes to relationships. Like, I just be like, because one woman is
I mean,
already
hey,
a whole lot to deal with. But like you said, I am not in a situation in my life where I've had to.
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I can be perfectly fine with one. Like I don't need five women in my
Yeah,
life. Like, bro,
yeah,
I would have enough on my plate dealing with one,
yeah,
and I'm aware of that. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm
But
chilling
if
right
if
now.
this if my significant other, my one, she want to be like, hey, you want to get us a girlfriend? I'm like, why you want to do that? I'm not
Right.
gonna shut it down. Like hell no. You know what I'm
But
saying?
what's your intentions? What's
Like,
your
what's your
reasons?
intention? Like, what's your reason? You feel what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man.
But shoot, three incomes is better than one. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? If we building a conglomerate, I wouldn't be opposed to it. You feel what I'm
right,
saying? But
right.
it have to make sense. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely has to make sense, man. What are you
I don't like sharing like that though.
That's me too, bro. Like,
Like I don't
I
want to
don't
share.
know how I feel about sharing. You know what I mean? And because I mean it's like you're opening doors for a lot of things
Yeah,
to start. So it's like, yeah, that's really where it gets tricky, right?
yeah.
And I think life is a lot simpler when you're just dealing with one person. But I mean, when you look at history and you look at a lot of things, though, a lot of men in power had a lot of women they dealt with, and essentially, or necessarily at that time, a lot of it was strategically done because, uh, for one, I mean, it was.
Solomon had seven wives, man. He was,
Oh no,
wise as king.
he had a lot of concubines, but
The honorable Elijah Muhammad had like 13. I want to say. I don't know if my number correct.
yeah, and I think it comes down
You
to
know what
like
I'm saying?
because men
So
in back in the days, especially, they were focused on creating a lot of like family structure, like having a lot of kids was part of it. And like the Bible says, what is that? Multiply, be fruitful and multiply, brother.
no.
But I mean, there's a lot of talk around that, and it's a wider conversation. Honestly, people talk about how the one woman, one man thing is actually a European,
Yeah,
belief that
Western teachings.
yeah, Western teachings that involved with this. Because when you go back to the first people, in a sense, like our African descents, and they had multiple women that
Yeah,
they
I
dealt
mean,
with.
we've been programmed and taught to live our life, the lifestyle that they've taught us. And then anything that you propose a new way of living, it's a malfunction. It's just like a
All
computer.
right.
You've been programmed to do something, and you tell this computer.